welcome back to my channel. My name is Megan and I'm the author of Oodles of Teaching Fun. And today I'm going to share with you what I bring when I do professional development, whether it's at school level, district level, or a conference. So I bring 2 boxes with me and I'm going to go ahead and dig into those boxes. So the first one is my participant box. I actually have 2 sets of these, and depending on the size of the actual group that I'm presenting to, depends on how many of the boxes I bring. So I have my first box here, and this contains 6 of those 10s that you see a lot in like the Target dollar spot, Walmart, Dollar Tree, all have these for really cheap. Mine don't match anymore, they used to. I stopped worrying about it because participants really don't pay attention to that. So if you go to the store and you can't find all matching, it's going to be okay. So what I have inside is whatever participants may need for that professional development. So for the last one, my people needed highlighters, and I have lots of different colors. They needed the little tabs because we were tabbing things inside of our manual. And then I always include something like squishy to play with. I have some Play-Doh. I got these cute little things after Valentine's Day, and they were on sale for like $2 for a ridiculous amount. So I have these, or I bought like little squishies from the Dollar Tree. The dollar spot always has cute stuff. So I have these sets. So I have 2 sets of this. I have 2 of these boxes. So that's 12 tables. And I usually don't do professional developments for more than a group of 12 like seats, like tables. Because if you're thinking about it, that's 5 people. That's a large number of people, and I think that's way too many to lead a really good, effective professional development. But I have 2 of these boxes ready to go just in case I'm doing a large crowd. This is really helpful, especially if you're in a setting where there's multiple people using the same room and you're like waiting to get in the room, and they're cleaning up their stuff and they may have people talking to them. You don't have to stress about getting everything organized. You're just pop on the table, spread some candy, and you're ready to go, and you can worry about getting your computer hooked up to your actual system. So this is really helpful for making you be less stressed when you're setting up. Also, cleanup's really easy. I just ask my participants, please put all your stuff back into your 10, and I just collect my 10s, pop it in the box, put the lid on it, and we're ready to go. So now here's for my box and all the things that I may need for my PD. Let me close this one. Now, this is my box here. I got this box at Walmart just like that one. They actually have held up really good. I bought them about 5 years ago because I learned my lesson about a few things, and I wanted to make sure I was being the most efficient when providing professional development, school, district, and statewide. So, in my box has lots of goodies for different reasons. Now, this is why the box happened. I would go to trainings somewhere off where I wasn't at home, and I would realize I forgot something. Usually chart markers, which are like $6.98 a box, which is crazy. You think that I know how much it is like right off the top of my head, but they're usually around $6.98, and that's because I have bought way too many of them. So over the years, I would forget, buy more, and that's why this box came around. I am no longer running out to Walmart at 10 o'clock at night, the night before I'm presenting, because I realized I forgot chart markers, or panicking that morning when I realize I don't have something I need. It's all in this box. So I have chart markers. The next thing that I have is if I'm in a school, I want to leave a thank you note to whatever teacher that I am using their room. So I have little thank you cards. I get these from the Target dollar spot. They have adorable ones that are like teacher or not, and I always provide a little like thank you. So I keep a couple different things in my box. Like right now I have these adorable little paper clips that are like palm trees and ice creams. I have a bright to-do pad list. I keep them in my box too, and I get all of these things from the dollar spot. No big deal. It's like $2 thank you to the teacher, and it makes them feel, appreciated that you are okay using their classroom. Now, I don't leave that for conferences or things like that. It's when I know I'm in a teacher's classroom, I leave a goodie. I also bring name tags, because if I am doing something that they don't have like a conference tag, I want to be able to call them by their name instead of like you or honey or sweetie. And I'll honey and sweetie them if I don't know, because 1, I was a waitress when I was younger, and 2, I'm Southern, so this keeps me from calling you honey poo pie and sugar britches and things like that. Those are really good. So because I have name tags, of course, I'm going to have Sharpie markers to put those as well. And something you'll notice about a lot of my binded materials, I have them with different types of hair ties. And the reason I do that is because it never fails. I am leading a PD, I get hot, cannot find a hair tie to save my life. So most of my materials are banded with hair ties or clips, so I have something. That's a really good tip too. So I also have a bag of Expo materials. So I have Expo markers, the Expo eraser, and the Expo board cleaner. I do that for two reasons. One, sometimes the boards are messy because they've been used all day in a classroom. And two, when I leave, I want to make sure I leave it better than I was when I got there. So I clean the board for the teacher after I erase anything that I may have written on that board. So that's really helpful to have. I always have sharpened pencils. I may or may not use them. If I do, I will put them in the tins ahead of time, but I keep them in this box just in case we need them, or if I'm prepping in a hotel room, I can just pop these in the tins. They're in my materials, and I don't have to do a Walmart trip at 10 o'clock at night, or Target, or wherever. Scissors, always need those. I bring paper clips of both sides. I do a stapler and staples, because you need those. And I ran out of this last time. I actually need to run to Walmart, is the Blues painter tape. I always bring that because it's not going to mess up the walls in the conference room or the classroom, and I can hang things if necessary. So I have painter's tape. I just ran out at the last PD and I have to refill the box. So the next thing I have is index cards. These are really good for a quick check of understanding. They're really good for, if you're trying to gather some type of information for them, like everybody write down your Instagram handle or write down your answer to this. That's good for that. I have my business cards. Now, when I first started handing these out, it was because I was giving it to people to send me requests for materials or for questions. Now I just give them for questions and to connect on social media, because I do everything on Google Drive and they have a bit.ly link. So as soon as you walk into a session led by me, there is a slide up on the board that says welcome to whatever it is that we're doing. Go to this link, and that link will be a folder full of the slideshow, any materials that you'll need, so you won't have to contact me later to access those. They're already there and ready to go for you. So, but a business card's good for them to be able to reach out to you later or even book you for their district, and that has happened before. That's how I got into doing district presentations, was someone saw me at a conference and said, hey, do you do this for districts? And I said, yes, I do. And that's how I got into that. I use all kinds of Post-it notes. So the tins have a set of Post-it notes, but then I always have extras. Now, I never just put a whole set of Post-it notes into my tin, because these walk away. So what I have done over the years and realized is better is you pull off a piece of it. So I may pull off 4 or 5 sticky notes and just pull that off and put that in the tin. What it fits better, and two, those don't walk off like a whole set of Post-it notes do in trainings. It's kind of like pens, they run away, Post-it notes run away too. Something else that I use for presentations from Posties are these larger Posties. So if I'm not needing an entire chart for it, maybe I'm just doing some directions, or maybe I want each group to have an answer and to post on the wall for people to then give feedback to. That's what these are great for, and they come in a variety of colors, just like all Post-it notes. And then lastly, I have my little square ones as well that come in the different colors, and they're really good as well, which I've not even used these yet. I bought them and stuck them in here, so I don't know if that's really imperative. I've used the big ones. Those I use quite a bit. We'll see if I actually ever use these or not. So this is the bin that I put together that really helps me feel good about a presentation. I can worry about the content and actually teaching people rather than being stressed about what I have. Now, I also bring my backpack, my tech backpack, and in that tech backpack I always have my MacBook and my mouse and then my dongle, because MacBooks don't usually connect well in different districts and conferences, so you'll want to have that. And then you may have a newer computer. Like if you come to my district and you have a computer that was made in the last 3 years, you're likely going to need your own Windows computer version of the Mac dongle. So always ask when you're going to present somewhere you don't know, do you guys have this for me, or do I need to bring it? A lot of the times when you sign up to present at a conference, you'll get like a presenter's email, and it'll say in there, you know, this is a MAC district, or this is a da-da-da conference hall, and you'll be able to know whether or not it works or not. I always bring whatever kind of dongles I may need just in case, because I would hate to get there and not be able to present or use what I'm ready to show everybody, because that will just stress you out and the PD won't go as planned. So, participant box, I have 2 of them, and my handy dandy teacher box that I use for my presentations are great. If there's anything that you know that you're like, I've been leading PDs forever, you need this, comment down below with that. I'd love to add it to my kit as well. And I hope you watch some more of my videos. I hope you subscribe, and I appreciate you. Bye.